All right. What's going on, guys? It's Nick. We're back with another live draft. This one's going to be 12 teams, standard scoring besides PPR. Don't know why I just said standard scoring. Always leave the volume on here. But it's PPR scoring. And as always, I'll have these rankings up here. And as always, you can download them in the description. Updated rankings as well. So even if you download them now, come back in a month, they're going to be updated. I'll keep updating the link as I change them, probably once a week or once every 2 weeks. But let's get into this video. We're in the 8th spot, so we got 8 and 17. It looks like only two people aren't here, so this kid's going to auto draft, but that's not too bad. In a 12-team league, only having 2 there. So who are we targeting? Let's look. We're not targeting running back. We want a wide receiver. Dez. All right, these are also standard rankings here. Want to point that out as well. So Dez would move down probably behind AJ Green in PPR. See, also I'm like not in any PPR leagues at all. Every single league I've ever done is standard. So not the best at PPR, but we're gonna see how this turns out. I seem to always draft PPR teams just in general. Everyone in the comments always tells me I drafted a PPR team, but I've never actually played PPR. But I guess Alshon. Who are we looking at here? Should we start off? Okay. So a lot of wide receivers were taken. And let's check my running back rankings here. Gurley, AP. Okay, well, these are standard, so that doesn't really help very much. I'm not taking Jamal. I don't want to reach on anyone over here. We're going to do something I haven't done in any of my videos yet. And we're going to take a running back first pick. I think David Johnson, just because it's PPR, and he's probably going to get like 4 or 5 catches a game. And the tape checks out with him too. All the stats check out with him. I think he's going to be really good. He's a guy that I'm not scared taking in the first round. You look at my running back rankings here. These are the only guys that I would even consider in the first round. And like you're scared with Bell that he's going to get hurt. You're kind of scared with Charles, he could get injury prone. You don't know what Miller's going to do. There's a lot of question marks here. I feel like this yellow tier, besides Bell, obviously the question mark is just injuries, but that whole first yellow tier are the guys that I'm comfortable taking in the first round. You see by my rankings for standard, they're first round picks for me. I feel like I like that pick. David Johnson, definitely not going to go running back with this next pick. Basically, unless one of the elite guys fell. I guess I'd consider Charles just because he's also a great PPR play, but there's no way he's there. But hey, you know what? If Jamal Charles is there and I can start a team, David Johnson, Jamal Charles. I know this. I always tell you guys to do RB0. Listen, RB0 only has its limitations. If everyone in the draft is grabbing wide receivers and all the elite running backs are falling, you take them. All right. So now that Charles is taken, there's no way I'm taking a running back. We're just going to look at the wide receivers here because Gronk's also been taken. Alshon, Mike Evans, Allen Robinson. You know the guys that I like. I like Keenan in that spot too. Not this spot. But Alshon, I believe, is my next ranked because, yes, got him here at 7th. All the other guys are gone. So we'll take Alshon. Also, I know some people complain about this bye, how I don't pay attention to the bye week. Because it's completely irrelevant. Yes, I guess if my entire team is week 9, then I'll probably just take the loss. But you know what? Every other week, I'm going to be at an advantage. Because after week 9 and before week 9, I can always start those top guys. Whereas people who, like, draft their entire team based off the bye, like, that's the tiebreaker. They literally taken Watkins here because they can't have 2 9s. It's like, you know what? Now you have someone missing week 9 and week 10. So it's like when you draft like that, you always have someone missing in your lineup. Whereas if you just don't pay attention, it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. You're going to lose them for a week regardless. Unless they get traded, that's a nice thing. If someone got traded, like let's say Alshon gets traded in week 8 to someone who had a bye in week 4, he could actually play 1 extra game for you. How about that? I don't know if that's ever happened, but who cares? Let's see. Keenan Allen would be the next guy we're looking at. Amari Cooper I really like. Decker is good. Jarvis Landry in PPR. Where's Edelman actually? Edelman, I love in PPR. He's a 100 catch guy. He has been injury prone actually the past 2 years though. That does scare me a little as a Patriots fan. He keeps getting hurt, but he's a trooper. I mean, he could have a broken foot, and he's out there. Like, throw a screw in it. He doesn't care. So we'll take some. I never do this. I never drag people to the queue. We'll drag Keenan Allen, drag Edelman, Amari Cooper. I also hate how tiny this thing is. It's very annoying. See, that's why I don't do it, because people just draft my guys. But let's actually see what the rankings are there. So we're probably in this range. Amari's definitely the next guy. Amari, Keenan, Marshall, Edelman. That's what I'm looking at here. So, Amari, of course, Amari get taken. I just want to see. I'm curious who the running backs are actually right now. Hate Rawls. Don't like Hyde. Don't like Lacey. Don't like Anderson. Don't like Forte. Don't like Stewart. Don't like him. Basically, Lewis is the next guy I would even take. And for PPR, he's actually really good because he plays, when they go 5 wide, he plays as a wide receiver. So you could probably get like 4 or 5 catches a game, which is 4 or 5 points if you're in full point PPR, which is what this is. Let's see. Melvin Gordon, I like this year. I'm releasing, actually at this point, because this video is going to go up after that one, I've already released my wide receiver, running backs and wide receivers I'm targeting late, and he's on there. You guys can watch that video to figure out why I like Melvin Gordon this year. But who would I take here? I think Edelman. Just because when he plays the full time, he's a lock for 100 catches. Wow, Devontae Parker's shooting up the draft boards. Love Devontae Parker this year, but not as a third-round pick. Okay, this team, as I say, 3 week 9s. That's what I'll do. I'll just draft everyone week 9. Michael Floyd will be next. But no, I just don't pay attention to it because it's irrelevant. So we'll just go back to the overall here. I guess I'd look to running back if there's a great PPR running back. But I feel like I can just grab Charles Sims late because he's a guy I absolutely love this year. Let's just see where Sims goes in PPR. 118. So I'm probably going to grab him in this range here. Because Sims, I think, personally, and I've already said this because I'll have released that video, top 5 running backs you should target late. I think Sims is going to take Doug Martin's spot this year. Whether that's through injury or just poor play, I don't know. But I honestly think it's going to happen. He was just so good last year, Charles Sims. But I kind of would rather have a wide receiver here. Obviously, Macklin would be nice because he's pretty consistent in the receptions. I wish they showed. Oh, they do show receptions here. Yeah, Decker is, I feel like, being undervalued. At this point, I'm pretty sure we don't know yet if Fitzpatrick is their quarterback. But I'm just assuming he is because if he isn't, where's he going to play? I mean, really, like he could go to the Browns if they don't want RG3, but he'd be stupid not to play for them. I think Fitzpatrick's going to be their quarterback. And look at that, 1,108 touchdowns, 85 receptions. I think Decker would definitely be the pick here in PPR. So starting the team with Alshon, Edelman, and Decker as my wide receiver, like, that's a solid core. They're all like the focal point. Decker's not the focal point of the offense. Alshon and Edelman are a focal point of the offense. But Decker is a huge part of the offense. And I like having 3 guys that are a huge part of the offense. Plus, we've got David Johnson in there, who I think is going to have a monster year. But let's see what these guys take. Who would I take? I'd take Macklin. I like Jordan Matthews. I like Sanders, actually. I think Sanders would be... So it'd be Macklin, Sanders, Decker, and Standard. But I think in PPR... I'd prefer Decker and Macklin a little bit more than Emmanuel Sanders. So it's going to be one of them as my picks because I'm up next. So let's see what happens. Make it down pick. Cam Newton. Foolish. We're going to take Decker, I think. Yeah, because he's also less injury prone. And he seems to do it every single year. Produce like consistent numbers. And as your flex, I like that pick. So is this the long part? Yeah, this is the long section before I pick again. So it'll be round 5. Again, I've talked about this in almost every mock draft, I think. But you all... What the heck? Oh, because I'm sorting by receptions. I was like, who is Stephen Morris? Let's sort by rank. I have Rodgers 1. I don't know why Newton went before him. Did someone else go before him too for quarterbacks? Oh, maybe not. I can't tell. But I have Rodgers 1. I'll pull up the quarterback rankings here. Rodgers, Newton, Brady, Wilson. I actually think that Wilson's going to finish as the number 1. And I'm tempted to move him ahead of Brady, but I can't because Brady is my boy. And I think even with the suspension, Brady's going to produce monster numbers because he's getting everyone back. Like Lewis is coming back. Edelman's back. We just got Martellus Bennett. Chris Hogan on the outside I think is going to be a really good year. Not fantasy. I drafted him maybe as a flyer late, but I think Chris Hogan's going to have a good like football year. But guys like that are going undrafted right now, I mean Tyrod Taylor, he gets drafted, but he's like really late. Rivers, Manning, I have Manning ranked like I have Eli Manning ranked 9th, and he's going basically undrafted. You can get Bortles super late. Winston, I'm fine with taking Winston. Where I have Winston ranked 14th, which is like fringe wide or quarterback 1, and he's not being drafted. So, and plus just stream him. Just look like I'm pretty sure Stafford and Romo. Stafford, Romo, and Manning, I think, have really easy first 4 games. So just grab those guys and then just see who's hot. And that's the same strategy when you're drafting Tom Brady. Is draft Brady and then draft one of those guys that have a really easy schedule. So we're just going to check if there's like a really good wide receiver we can take here for the bench. I mean, Cobb, I don't understand why everyone's so down on Cobb. Oh, there he goes. Never mind. I like Michael Floyd this year. I like Jordan Matthews. So Jordan Matthews, Michael Floyd. I think that, right, they're in like this range. Yeah. Benjamin. So Floyd, Brown. Oh, I would have taken Parker here, but he's definitely gone. I think Michael Floyd might be our pick, unless there's a good PPR. Let's see. I think Melvin Gordon will be there next round. Yeah, we're going to take Michael Floyd. And this is something a lot of people are scared of, is drafting that first bench spot before that first bench spot. I can't talk. That BE position before they have like quarterback. Everyone wants to fill up their roster. Besides kicker and defense, they want to fill up like the tight end, all the running backs, all the quarterbacks, and then fill up their bench. And I mean, why not? Why not take Michael Floyd here? Because let's just say something happens to those guys, or I can play the matchups. Like I can look, Decker's playing a really good defense, or Edelman or Alshon's playing a really good defense. Maybe Floyd's playing the Saints, and I just want to throw him in there. Or maybe one of them doesn't produce. I mean, I've drafted guys really high that I was like, oh, they're a lock for 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and they do nothing, or they get hurt. So don't be afraid to fill up the bench spot there, because really, if you're taking like a tight end there, like you're gonna take Delaney Walker and you'd be like, yeah, he did pretty good last year, and then he's gonna like get a concussion or not be that good. You know, don't reach on any tight ends at this range. Like, don't reach on a quarterback because you can get him late. Don't reach on a running back that you don't really care about. Like, just take a good wide receiver. So, Melvin Gordon's the guy we want here. Again, I've already talked about it in that video I put out. I think Melvin Gordon's going to have a good year. Also, Woodhead's hurt. He had ankle surgery, I think, like 2 years ago. And, I mean, I'm a Woodhead fan, so I really hope he plays this year. But they've said he's going to be good to go for training camp. But, I mean, I don't know. I think ankle injury scares me for a guy that is like Woodhead, and he's shifty. And Melvin Gordon, he's elusive. Like, I think it was 57 evaded tackles last year, which was like 3 or 4 behind LaShawn McCoy. And McCoy had more touches, obviously. I mean, McCoy's more involved in the offense. But, like, Melvin Gordon is going to be involved in the offense, and he was a rookie. Like, oh, that always happens to me. And I'm not prepared. Hold on. Hold that thought as I draft. Do you think Sims will be there at 80? I don't want to draft Sims as my 2. Forsett. Gore? Let's take Frank Gore. I know I don't have him ranked high, but I think he can just produce like solid numbers for me. Because I think potentially Robert Turbin's going to take that job from him, but even if he does, it's going to be more later in the season. And I feel like with David Johnson's probably going to go off a lot of weeks, and Alshon's going to go off. Decker and Edelman are going to get me consistent points. I want my RB2 to just get me some points each week. And I feel like Gore is pretty consistent. I mean, if he doesn't get replaced, he's probably going to get like 905 touchdowns, which is your RB2. That's fine. I don't know. I don't want Sims as my 2. Love Sims as a 3 flex kind of guy where I can like throw him in and Decker, but him, Decker, and Floyd would be like a rotation there for flex. But I really like Sims, especially in PPR leagues. I like Duke Johnson too. He's probably gonna get maybe. This is projected right now. Didn't he have like 60 catches last year? Yeah, what hit 81? Yeah, Duke Johnson had 61 catches last year. And Theo Riddick, is he still on? Yeah, he's still on that team. I mean, he gets a lot of catches, but I think Abdullah is going to be more involved in the offense this year. Buck Allen's actually a guy I like targeting late, because I think he might take that job from Forsett this year. But let's get back into this, and go back to overall. Let's see who the tight ends are at this point. Kelsey's a good PPR play because he's consistent. I'm going to sort by receptions again. Barnage, I don't know what to expect from him. I mean, is RG3 the quarterback at this point? Like, I just don't know with RG3. I think that's good value for Barnage, though. It's nice to see people aren't overdrafting him based on the 1,009 touchdowns he had last year. But Ertz I like. So I like Ertz. I like Kelsey. I feel like I can wait. But Kelsey's very consistent. Very involved in the offense. And in PPR, for my tight end, I want that. Definitely, I don't know why Ladarius Green is so high. He couldn't even beat out old man Gates for his job. And he's injury prone. So I would never draft Ladarius Green. And I'm not drafting a tight end now either. Now that he's gone, I can wait on Ertz maybe until 8. Maybe 8 I'll draft Ertz. I'll wait a second, see what running backs and stuff I can get. John Brown, I could load up on Arizona and do what I've been doing and draft everyone with a week 9 bye. Just to prove a point, apparently. Coleman I like. Let's see. No, I think Coleman would be our... Oh, wait. Forgot about Sims. All right, Sims is our pick. Then Coleman in 8, if he's still there. And then in 9, we'll probably grab a tight end. And then we'll wait on quarterback till like 12. I don't know how many rounds there are, if we're going to be completely honest. We'll draft Sims here. Well, last 2 rounds are kicker defense. Probably round before that, draft a quarterback. And then the rest of them will just be filling out skill positions. I like Marvin Jones, too. He's probably going to run the number 1 routes instead of Tate, because Tate can't run number 1 routes. But no, I like Coleman better. But if Coleman's taken, which it's very possible he is, he's just derp left. Again, is he just get like join and leave every 2 seconds? Don't draft Diggs or Treadwell this year. There's just not enough. There's not enough volume in that offense. There goes Coleman. Oh, there go the auto picks. Oh my god. Hearns doesn't have a lot of receptions, but there's Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith I like. Where's the projection here? What are they projecting him? Wow, they don't like Hearns this year. They also don't like Torrey. Who's their biggest guy? Never look at these projections, by the way. I don't even know why I am. I was just doing it for fun. So we've got 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers. I don't think we need a 5th wide receiver here. Let's take Duke. I feel like I draft the same team every time, but let's take Duke Johnson here. Again, he could potentially get like 70 catches this year, which from my running back 4, perfectly fine with that. Also, Crowell's not very good. I don't know if you guys know that, but He's just not that good of a running back. And they're going to be down a ton. I feel like I've talked about this before. Maybe Duke Johnson was in that video. I don't remember. But I'll say it again. Duke Johnson, like him this year. Him and Sims are basically the same to me. I mean, Sims is better, but like the same kind of player to start the year in that they're going to be the third down guys. And I don't believe in the number one that's ahead of both of them. I don't think Doug Martin's very good. I don't think that Isaiah Crowell's very good. So I think both of them have a chance to be the number one running back. And if I can get that value in the 7th and 8th rounds, potential if these guys, if the person in front of them gets hurt and they're 3-down backs, they're RB1s. Without a doubt in my mind, they're RB1s. So if I have on my bench 2 shots at an RB1, I'm going to take that. Because if one of them is an RB1, then I have David Johnson, an RB1, Alshon, Edelman, Decker. Like, I win every week. And that's the thing that you take literally. So you're saying in my 7th and 8th round picks, if they pan out to be RB1s, I win every week basically. Like, look at this team. I mean, that's why I do RB0. I take the running backs late. These guys that I think are going to pan out. And then I can take elite wide receivers, and I basically won if one of them pans out. So, I know you guys have heard that before. I'm sorry for always saying it, but it's just something I really believe in. I believe you should draft like this. And it's fine taking one running back, especially PPR. David Johnson was a good pick. But, okay. I like Zach Miller. 200, that's where he's going. I like Dwayne Allen. And that's about it on this list. I don't even think I've made a wide or running or we'll try one more time. I don't think I've made a tight end rankings. No. Oh. I have. But it's definitely not updated. So we're just gonna exit that. Oh, it's my pick. Okay. We can wait. We can wait on that. Flex. On this list, I like Tyler Lockett. I like Doxson, but not that much. Ooh, I like Ivory. But we're going to take Tyler Lockett. I think he's got a ton of upside. He is... Wow. I didn't even notice that. Look at all those auto drafts. All right, let's just take the tight end here. Because we're running out of spots. So, who's the tight end? Ertz is gone, it looks like. I like Zach Miller. Because Bennett's gone, and he's the only other tight end, I'm pretty sure. So, we like that pick. I'd think about taking another one if there was one I liked besides Dwayne Allen. Maybe I'd take Dwayne Allen late. How many rounds are there? I kind of need to know that. So 1, 2, 3 bench. So 4. Let's just take a gander at these quarterbacks. I like Tyrod. Yeah, there's still plenty of guys I like. Yeah. I don't need to take a quarterback. So... Ivory would be my pick here, but it's auto-picking a bunch of these guys. Look at all those auto-picks around me. That's insane. Derrick Henry is interesting. I really don't know. If this was like a dynasty league, or like not a dynasty, but like a one-league keeper, a one-person keeper, cannot talk today. One-player keeper, I'd think about taking him late, but if this was just a redraft, I don't think Derrick Henry has any, I don't think he's going to be that good. Ivory's still on the board. Not even looking who I'll take. Thank goodness. Chris Ivory. Oh my god, I'm going to be next. Ooh, Belai. Belai gets receptions. Carlos Williams. Yeah. Ooh, James Starks. How old is he? I don't know how old he is. James Starks or Carlos Williams. I think Carlos Williams, because he had like 9 touchdowns last year and like 600 yards as a rookie. He had like 5.6 yards a carry, I believe. I believe it was 5.6 yards a carry. McCoy's always hurt, and I'm pretty sure they've already said he's going to play like 1 or 2 downs in the preseason because they don't want him to get hurt. Like, that's how injury prone he is. They can't even play him in the preseason. I think he's really good just in general, Carlos Williams. So I don't think he's going to take the starting job, but like if he gets hurt, I'm saying if McCoy gets hurt. So again, took a shot on Sims, took a shot on Duke Johnson, took a shot Ivory. I think has bell cow potential. If Yeldon gets hurt, obviously he is the bell cow. But I think he's better than Yeldon is as like a running back. So he's definitely gonna get the first and second down carries. I think he's gonna take goal line carries. So if Yeldon plays the full year as the third down, excuse me, if Yeldon plays the full year as the third down guy, I think Ivory's numbers would be maybe 806 touchdowns, probably something around there. Which, as my running back, what was that be? 5? Perfectly fine. These are basically just guys you think could break out. And I only have one more bench spot, actually. So, who do I want? Another wide receiver because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 running backs. So let's take a wide receiver here. Someone who's got a chance to be great. Ooh, Malcolm Mitchell. Los Patriots. Malcolm Mitchell, Jeff Janis. I like Chris Hogan. I can take him in the last round. Let's just look at the quarterbacks now, I guess. Rivers, Eli. Eli's my boy this year. I don't know why Eli's available in the 13th round of a 12-team draft. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why anyone would take the elite quarterbacks because they're really not any more elite. I'm sorry. Wide receiver. Hogan, where are you, boy? Oh, God. I'm that person everyone hates. We're just going to take Chris Hogan because I like him. And that basically is going to end the draft. Defense. Yeah, you take a defense in this round. I don't really care. I'll take the Patriots. So basically, we'll just look at my team already. Eli at the quarterback, love that. David Johnson, Frank Gore for consistency. Alshon, Edelman, Decker, love those picks. Zach Miller, I think is going to be really good this year. And I love my bench. I mean, these are all upside plays. Like, look at these upside plays. Carlos Williams, Lockett's upside. Duke Johnson, Charles Sims. Floyd had some really nice weeks last year. Patriots. And, I mean, I like this team, especially PPR. I tried to draft wide receivers that were heavily involved in the offense, that would get a lot of receptions. I think this is a consistent team. I'm the only one left. I'm a consistent team that it's not going to have, like, terrible weeks. So, didn't they draft this guy, like, really high or something? Was he, like, super accurate? I don't care. Doesn't matter about your kicker. So that's the end of the video. You guys can look at the team there. Hope you liked it. If you watched this far, you at least somewhat liked it. Hit that like button. Come out with 3 videos a week, hopefully for the rest of the year. Subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.